the brain again. Nah, nah, nah. Oh, man, I'm so young. Standing on my 10 toes, I stay strong, and so I still move on, no matter what goes on. Started from a far place, moving on, because I started from a far place. I'm all about the money making. I don't got time for any hate. No, I'm trying to go see different places. Because I started from a far place. I'm all about the money making. I don't got time for any hate. No, I'm trying to go see different places. And I be feeling out of place. Hit the ground and then I feel like I'm in space. Tires switching in the race. Take pace. Go slow till we popping out of base. Shorty wanna see my face. Set up a date.
What's up, Wefobz Nation? We are here. This is another episode of the Wefobz Podcast, and you're here with guysosmooth, Season 2, Episode 2. That's what we talking about. Lots to talk about today. It's been a while since we got back on air, but we're here now, and it's just in time for the holidays. Shout out to everyone who's getting into the holiday season. We want to wish you all happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's. It's that time for all of you, especially us out here in the United States and the U.S. territories, and then to around the world, anywhere that the holidays are celebrated. This definitely is for you all, Wefobz Nation. So let's get right on over to it, because like I said, there's a lot to talk about and a lot to share about what's going on in the world with the news and our whole journey on finding our paths to financial freedom, because that's what we want, Wefobz Nation. Let's get it, okay? So here, the first topic we're going to be talking about, this one's related to video games, and it kind of hits close to home for me as a gamer. You know, guys, so smooth games, yeah, big time gaming. Uh, you hit us up, we can game together. I'll talk to you that a little bit more at the end of this podcast when I give you updates on the Wefobz. But for now, let's just take a look at this. This is coming from Windows Central. Okay, Samuel Tolbert. Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer says the ability to buy games and play through Xbox Cloud Gaming is still on the way. So this is going out to all the Xbox gamers, those guys who are into Xbox. If you're still riding with Xbox, I ain't gonna hate. I mean, the battles are over. You all already know PS5 won and everything. Anyhow, not gonna rub it in. But Xbox is finally starting to get their streaming down, which means what this is talking about is they're gonna give their users, everyone who plays Xbox and pays for Xbox subscription. Remember, this is all under the Microsoft brand. Um, the CEO says they're finally gonna get their gaming straight and have users game wherever they want using the cloud. Like, they're gonna put their games in the cloud, and you can game wherever you want, wherever you go, just by connecting to your Microsoft Xbox cloud gaming account. I think they have a name for it right here. Xbox Cloud Gaming. That's what it is. It's funny, like I said, I wasn't lying when I told you that PS5 beat you all out, because PS5 literally did. Let me literally did, because they already had their cloud gaming platform already out. Here we go. So I asked Bing, does PlayStation now have its own cloud gaming? And it says yes. PlayStation Now, for all you PS5 and PS4 gamers, PlayStation gamers, you already know PlayStation does its own gaming platform on the cloud already, and it's been going good for us. It's the Microsoft guys are just getting there. I mean, you know, Bing says, yes, PlayStation has cloud gaming. You can use your PS remote to stream your PS5 and PS4 games to your device, including your PC, your Mac, your Apple, your iOS, or your Android devices. Remember, nowadays, everything is cross interplayable, interoperable. So you can play it on anything nowadays. Back in the day, I remember, man, we paid a lot of money for those things like the handhelds, the Game Boys, um, and then there was those rinky dinky uh, video games that you bought from Walmart and whatever. It was small, but man, if you had one of those, you were rocking. This was back in the late 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Times have changed so much. Everything's in the palm of your hand with your smartphone. But what does all this have to do with us again? So, gaming is still a huge thing in the world, and you can't count it out. It's become so huge, it's even bigger than the movie and the music industry because it combines those two industries in a sense where you're actively participating in a story that's being told to you for your own entertainment. What do I mean by that? If I want to simplify for our coconuts out there, gaming isn't going anywhere, and it's still one of the best investments you can make towards financial freedom goals. Uh, Once again, you saw the um, disclaimer. Almost forgot to do the disclaimer, which is uh, anything we say or I say and or do on this podcast um, is for entertainment and educational purposes only. The opinions belongs to the speaker themselves, or in my case, myself, and does not represent the Wefobz Entertainment or Wefobz Enterprise brand. That's where we're going with that. And the Wefobz mission is to promote and encourage the changing of negative mindsets, stigmas, situations, and encounters into positive outcomes. Ooh, almost forgot to get that out of the way. But returning back to the whole gaming thingy, gaming is still big. Gaming is actually what's driving a lot of the things going in technology here into the future. It's one of the bigger plays that we here at the Wefobz plan. We made plays into the gaming industry in a sense of Web3, NFTs. If you want to know a whole lot about that, contact us, get in close with us, and we'll tell you more about that. But you already see in the news, Microsoft and PlayStation is still going hard. They're still the big powerhouses in the gaming industry, and you always want to know what they're doing. So they're taking gaming to the cloud. Microsoft is a bit late. PlayStation's been there for a while. The next thing they're gonna do is give you complete ownership of your games, where you can sell them to whoever once again. Because nowadays, like on PlayStation, if you have a PlayStation Now account, you can buy your games, but you can't. There's no way to sell it to someone else after you're done using or playing it. You just leave it in your library. They've already filed a PlayStation. This is PlayStation now. They're way ahead of the game. Microsoft, I'm pretty sure, is going to mimic what they're doing or one up them on it. PlayStation has already filed a patent for PlayStation gaming NFTs, which means probably in the future, most likely, I mean, I'm not a specialist on it or anything, but you could just, common sense could tell you, they're going to give you the ability to not only hold your games in your cloud library, you're going to be able to sell it to other people in the future as NFTs, if you know about that. Interesting stuff. We're always keeping a close track of stuff like that, especially with those two, especially with us being gamers. A lot of our people here on Wefobz are gamers, I included. And moving forward, that's definitely something we want to take a look at and keep track of for our paths to financial freedom. And that's that for that topic. Way to go, Microsoft. Way to catch up. I mean, the old dogs, us PS5, PlayStation old dogs. We salute you. So let's get on with the next interesting topics we got going. Ooh, this is a good one. So this is from Benzino. Jeannie Mancini writes, Elon Musk tried to sell Tesla to Apple, but Apple CEO Tim Cook refused to even meet with him. You know, I've never spoken to Elon, he says. I don't remember it being like that, but he said that he did. But he said that he did, and so I assume that's correct. So to sum up this article, Elon did try to sell. He's gone on record saying he tried to sell Tesla to Apple during one of its lowest moments. It was when Tesla was bringing out its Model 3, and these were, this article says, the darkest days for Tesla at that time. They were looking for money. Elon was literally looking for money, and he approached Apple. He said, Apple, you want to buy up Tesla? Now, the Apple CEO right here, he said he was talking to, excuse me, he was having an interview with India Times, and he says he never spoke to Elon, but if Elon is saying it, I mean, it's probably true. Uh, and he assumes that's correct. And the article then, it goes on to talk additionally about how the world could have been different today if that sale really did happen and went through. That would have been crazy, right? Apple taking over Tesla. Apple would have been a powerhouse. All of you who own Apple stock would have been freaking floating in the money. But the world didn't go that way. Tesla handled its business, was able to pull out of the red, I believe. They got that new freaking Tesla truck out. That thing is bad assery at its finest. Like, literally, gotta go look at it. And Apple still carrying on. It's on its Apple, what, 17, 18 iPhone? I don't know. Oh, the Apple fanboys and the fangirls are still hardcore with Apple. What does all this mean? Yes, the world could have been a different place. It's cool to, you know, try to imagine what it would have been like. But we got to stick to reality if we want to approach this financial freedom dream of ours and this goal of ours. More like a goal, not a dream. And watching the moves made by these big companies like Apple and Tesla is one of the things you want to do. And we've always said that here at Wefobz. So Apple's very confident in what they do, because that article later says that Tim Cook, the CEO for Apple, he said, we like where we're going with what we're doing. And we really didn't, he's implying that they really didn't need Tesla. They could have bought Tesla, but they don't need Tesla. On the other hand, you look over at what Elon on Tesla's doing, they're really, it's a roller coaster on their end. Their stock price goes up, it comes down. He deals with a lot of ish in the media, but he just keeps clawing his way back. Like just recently, he had an interview. This is Elon Musk now, and it's posted all over his platform X, formerly known as Twitter, where he cusses out, like he goes, anybody trying to blackmail me with um, money for advertisement can go and F yourself. Elon Musk said this because this guy who was interviewing on live stage was trying to ask him, so don't you think you should be listening to your advertisers who say you should not be saying things like yada 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 yada? And Elon Musk looks at him, no. Anybody who tries to blackmail me or the platform, his X platform, with advertising money can go and F yourself. Everybody. That was a that was a freaking he went there, shots rang, and then a lot of people started canceling their Disney memberships, Disney and Hulu memberships. That's what happened because he literally, after Elon Musk stated that, then he literally said, Bob, are you in the crowd? Or something like that. He was pointing out Bob Iger from the Disney CEO. I guess he was literally pointing out that Disney was the one that tried to blackmail him with money. It could be seen on different sides of the angle. I mean, once again, it's business sense, it's business moves. You can't, people can take it like, oh, hey, you gotta have morals, Elon, or whatever. But hey, conquerors will write history. the people who have the money, who are the conquerors, who are the business CEOs, they will do what they want to do and go where they want to go. And it seems Elon Musk doesn't need that advertising money. He's going to be paying out of his pocket more for his Twitter or his X platform. Is it working out? It's a 50-50. For me, that's my hypothesis on the thingy, or my opinion. But there you have it. Apple could have bought Tesla. That's just that article was all about that. But it didn't. It's going the way it's going, and Tesla's going the way it's going. We want to keep watching these guys, and you want to make moves according to what they do, because they are the trendsetters of the world right now. And usually where they go is the biggest trends for money. And that money is money we can use on our financial freedom goal path. Wefobz Nation. All right. That's what we got for that.
Welcome to Bzzz News, the segment where we cover anything and everything natural, unnatural, supernatural, and all the above. Bzzz News is for the times when the information makes your brains go bzz. This is Bzzz News.
Welcome to the Bzzz News section of our Wefobz podcast. For this moment, Wefobz Nation. This one's gonna be it does blow your mind, but at the same time, it keeps hitting home for us here, because we keep talking about this topic, and this topic has been always a hot button issue. It's always been in the news. It won't go away. It's here to stay. Wow, that rhymes. It won't go away. It's here to stay. But it's definitely what everyone needs to be aware of, and we are talking about artificial intelligence. So these are one of those news that really does blow your mind, kind of like on that moment. So stick with me here while I try to walk you through a couple of these. I got 3 of them. So Business Insider, the writer is Polly Thompson. U.S. Navy says it will trial using AI to track Chinese submarines in the Pacific. This is huge. This is hella huge, especially for us tracking. We've been talking about artificial intelligence, and now artificial intelligence is being used in the war game, the actual war game going on in the world today. So this article talks about an alliance between US, Australia, and the UK, and they're calling this alliance the AUKUS Pillar 2 Alliance. Australia, US, and the UK. I guess that's how they came up with that name. And they're trying to put China in check, is what they're trying to say here, because China be sending some submarines and getting a little aggressive out in the oceans. Hey, China, you sneaky dog, you. Anyhow, the world is still a very volatile place to be. Lots of friction still going on. So these alliance members, friends, allies, want to make sure that they keep China in check. And they're using AI to track where China's submarines are going. AI is a faster calculator of data. So all that radar imaging and everything they're throwing down in the ocean, the sounds and everything, instead of using humans to do this, they're using Australia, the United States, and the UK are using artificial intelligence to do it faster for them, so they could receive the data faster and track Chinese boats or Chinese submarines more efficiently. As I said before, artificial intelligence, it was always, we here at Wefobz have always pointed out, it was always going to go down that route. It was always going to get involved with war, because war drives a lot of dollars, allegedly. But why do we, this is one of those mind-blowing moments here. I'm like, whoa, they're using artificial intelligence in war now, like war games or war maneuvers or war schemes, war plans. They're using it, people, and we've been talking about it, and we said they were going to use it, so it finally happened. I'm pretty sure it's been happening, but now they're bringing it out into the public. So China itself, I'm pretty sure they have their own artificial intelligence war machines as well. But if you combine these three superpowers, that's a full jump in technological advancement in getting the information they need to find where these submarines are hidden. And why do they do this? As I said before, China, allegedly, they're saying China is being aggressive in the Indo-Pacific region of the world. So the Indonesia-Pacific Ocean. China's trying to pull its weight there, be the big man, being like, hey, you guys can't be here. And, this AUKUS 2 alliance is here to put a stop to that. It's interesting because I've read another article that pointed out with AI was able to track people in their homes using their wireless devices, like using the radio waves from their wireless devices and the sounds from the speakers and stuff like that. Artificial intelligence was able to recreate like the blueprint of a home. It showed a drawing of a home, and it recreated the outline of every human in the home or every person in the home according to where they were positioned at the time or where they were standing inside the home at the time. That was stuff movies talked about and showed computers are already there. They take this information, they friggin' solve the solutions out in seconds, and you come up with this data of results. That's what they're doing with artificial intelligence, using it to track Chinese submarines. The alliance between Australia, United States, and UK is able to see submarines more clearly. So the AI, artificial intelligence, is going to take their sonar data. They're going to take their freaking data of currents. They're going to take the data of the temperature in the sea and stuff like that, put it all together and show everybody, hey, this is where the Chinese submarines are hiding. That is crazy, y'all. Crazy. That's where artificial intelligence has gone and has yet more to go. But there's more. There don't get me wrong. There is more. We're going over to Amazon. Insider. Lakshmi Varanasi. Sorry for butchering your name, Lakshmi. Amazon's AI chatbot Q might be in the throes of a mental health crisis. This one's a funny article because for Bzzz News, it's definitely an article. It's going to blow your mind. So Amazon trying to make an AI chatbot that could rival Microsoft's Bing and Google's, I forgot what Google's AI chatbot was, but Amazon wanted to create one of its own. The problem is, so this chatbot, I think, is only used by the Amazon employees to try to get their works to do better work. And I think they did release it to the people. I might be wrong. Actually, it's not really released out there by the way this article is going. But to summarize it all up, this article says that the Amazon chatbot started spitting out confidential information, leaking it. It was, like locations of their Amazon AWS data centers, leaking internal discount programs that only employees could get, and even leaking unreleased features that Amazon had. That's bad. If artificial intelligence is leaking all your secrets, that's hella bad. But it also says that this chatbot, Q, Amazon's chatbot Q, was also telling lies, like literally telling lies like it was confident enough to state that it was a fact. Blows your mind, right? Like, Bzzz moment right there. So the article goes on to state that whenever they roll out a chatbot or an artificial intelligence chatbot, it's going to have its bumpy rides, but it says this is too much for Amazon's chatbot. Like, it's doing way too much to be this bad. That's why it says it might have a mental health problem. I guess even artificial intelligence can't escape the errors of human errors. Like, would it be called human error? Who knows? What does that have to do with us, Wefobz Nation? You might want to think twice if you ever see that Amazon chatbot being used and Amazon's telling you use their chatbot. Maybe instead of thinking twice, you can ask it, hey man, point me in some secret deals for Amazon, or point me in some secret locations for Amazon. I don't know. Blows your mind, right? Another bzzz moment right there. Okay. I've got one more to share for the bzzz news section of our podcast. And it also deals with artificial intelligence again. This time, a lot of you may be familiar with this. So it's from Fox News, Kurt Knudsen, Cyber Guy report. A Cyber Guy reporter, I guess. So can AI make photos of you look better than you do in real life? What's the answer? You don't have to go through the article. I already read the article already. The answer is yes, it can. It can do a lot of things. Right now, you have programs out there like Adobe. They've gotten full hardcore into AI. You have this program that's called Canva. A lot of you use Canva for your graphics design. Adobe, and so many others, where it's just so easy now to do generative, artificial intelligence generated images, where they can, like, if you have a picture, say for instance, you have a photo of yourself and it has a pimple on your cheek. AI can automatically remove that photo for you without you needing the technical skills that usually graphics designers learn in school or from their jobs and stuff like that. Like the advanced skills that graphics designers and photo manipulators, photo editors, video editors, and stuff like that had is now at the tip of your hands with artificial intelligence in these programs. And why is that? They've just made it more sellable to the people, to the everyday customer. I mean, now you're not just selling your product you're not just selling your Adobe and your Canva to people who know how to graphics design. You're also selling it to people who don't know how to graphics design. That's a bigger number of people buying your product using artificial intelligence. The answer to that article, yes, it can make you look better. AI can definitely make you look better. But the article also points out there may be trouble down the line because it says photos and video recorded images that aren't manipulated or aren't edited are actual recordings or memoirs of our actual lives, which is true. But it says if you have this stuff happen, you have all this editing going on, then it's not really representing the true self of the true memory. That's what it's saying. So it might have a psychological effect and an effect on society as a whole in the future. It's a tough call because I myself am a video editor and, I use a lot of photo editing as well. And we do manipulate the images a lot, but it's become so much more easier with these new programs and artificial AI attached to it. Okay? It all boils down to money, everybody. I mean, this is news that is like it boggles your mind, but it all boils down to money and the selling of merchandise or products for a company. Will society be affected by it? Sure, I believe so. I mean, what if your great-great-grandkids look at a photo of you that was AI manipulated to look even better than what it was? The way I see it, the people who invented photography and video capture and all of that stuff was not thinking about manipulating the photos when they invented. They were just thinking of recording the image then and there. We've gotten so advanced where we can change the image and make it look different kinds of ways. It's going to get to the point where you not only can manipulate the images, the recorded images, artificial intelligence may just manipulate your actual face in reality, as how plastic surgery does. Think about that. That's coming in the future. Going to definitely see how we can invest in that as Wefobz founders. Not financial advice, but something to think about. Mind-blowing moment, right? Well, that's what we've got for the Wefobz Bzzz news section.
Following the market, the segment where we try to go where the money flows. Top to bottom, anything goes. Here's Following the Market.
All right. right, this is my favorite moment when I start talking about what makes money sense and where the money is flowing. And let's see what we got for you all. We're gonna go with Benzinga. The writer is Jeannie Mancini again. Hey, Jeannie, you read Janine Mancini. Sorry, I was saying Jeannie Mancini. Sorry about that, Janine. Janine Mancini writes for Benzinga. Steve Jobs' intern, described as the guy that got the coffee for the guy that made coffee, sold his own company to Google for $625 million. His advice: pay employers to let you work for them, not work to get paid. What the frick, bro? Chet Kapoor. This article is about Chet Kapoor. He's the guy. He paid to work for Steve Jobs. And the reason why he did that was to learn a lot of the inside job secrets and the job duties and the job routines that Steve does. And then later he was able to create his own company and sell it to Google for $625 million. Says he's been fascinated with Jobs for a very long time. He wrote a book about it called A Little Kingdom. He moved from India. Now he's an immigrant now. He moved from India to the U.S. in 1983. Did computer studies and laid the groundwork for his eventual internship. He says this is his advice to college graduates. If you're going to invest in college education, you might as well just go pay to go to whoever your ideal mentor is. Pay to work for them instead of paying to get work to work. Instead of getting paid by them to work for them, you pay to work for them. It's such a crazy notion. This could actually belong in the business news section, but it's right here in following the market because it's different. It's another big move made by another big money maker, business move player. He does say that there's a lot of people who can't do this, but for those who can, you should do it. It just goes. The article just states it's a harken back to the whole thing about choosing your career early in life. The earlier you get a start on whatever career you want, and the more effective you are in the career, and if you enjoy it, the better for you in terms of money. Once again, your boy guysosmooth and a lot of the other founders right here of Wefobz, we've experienced. We're going on our financial freedom journey a little later in life. We do have that sense that, man, we should have did it earlier, but it's better late than never. Chet Kapoor is saying, start earlier and pay for your mentor. It's kind of like a work study. No, it's not like, no, it's not like work study. I take that back. That's an interesting concept. Pay to go work for the mentor you find ideal. But he also points out it's got to be the people around you. The people around you make you who you are and dictate what type of mindset you have when you build a career or you build a business. And he says to look for the best people to put around you. Don't try to do your company, make it up to this is the other stuff. I'm paraphrasing and quoting what he says in that article. He says, don't try to build the company up so you can sell it. Just build the company to be a great company with good people in it. You feel good around it, and everything will come naturally. That's what he says there. Not a bad idea. But I don't know about that whole pay for the mentor thingy. I mean, people do it. I think, that's such a... It's an old idea, but it's new. But it's old, if that makes any sense. Would you do it, Wefobz Nation? Leave comments. You know where to find us on all social media channels. Like, share, subscribe, comments. Tell us, would you pay for your ideal mentor to work for your ideal mentor so that you could get that experience and build a company of your own and possibly sell it for millions? Who knows? Only you know. What else we got here? This was a fun one. So, all of you who are gamers, you definitely want to check this out, but it falls in line with where the money's flowing right now. So, there was this game called Fallout. A lot of you who are video gamers should know about this game. It's one of the biggest. It's one of the biggest games that a lot of people love to play, especially yours truly. I like the game Fallout 4 for PlayStation, but it has its own movie coming out or its own show. Okay, so Fallout was done by different companies in the gaming world, like Interplay and then later Bethesda. But the show looks so good when you compare it to the game. Damn, that's awesome. They just released their trailer and it's coming out on Amazon Prime. Ooh, Amazon again. Remember, stay away from the queue with the Amazon. And now here it is. It's got its own trailer out, but it looks, if you're a Fallout fan and know anything about Fallout, you know that this one definitely has the Fallout vibes going. You know what? Shout out to a lot of the creators. Shout out to all the show creators from Amazon to Netflix and stuff. You guys have been doing a good job of getting adaptations from video games to, live action. Not bad at all. I mean, before we used to get those videos. The worst, man, was Dragon Ball Z, man. That was one of the worst. And then I don't know about you all. I think Street Fighter was also one of the bad ones that had it had its moments. The one with Jean-Claude Van Damme, that was such a junk adaptation to me personally. But I'm just glad to be alive in a moment where they're starting to get the adaptations right, because I believe fans of the games are becoming movie makers themselves and going out and making these shows and movies, doing justice to the material. But you know what, Netflix, you guys be doing injustice to a lot of other material, hint, like The Witcher. Come on, man. Anyhow, that's where that's going. Why does this make money sense? Once again, goes back to what I was trying to tell you all. Video games ain't going nowhere. Everything is becoming gamified. You or we want to get on that. Not financial advice, but we want to make sure we stay on that path where whatever the money flows with gaming, maybe, or actually, we're going to make our plays in that. Wefobz is going to make our plays in that, and Wefobz Nation, you can watch us make the plays and see if it works. Hopefully it does, and hopefully it gets us to our financial freedom goals even faster. So one of the things I wanted to do with, new things I want to do with following the market is look at cryptocurrency prices. I don't care what anybody says, but cryptocurrency has become a very hot topic in the world today, especially the United States. It's playing a big part in presidential election for 2024. Most specifically Bitcoin. If you have heard of Bitcoin, then you've heard of cryptocurrency. But these are what the prices are looking like, and this is from Coinbase. Bitcoin is now sitting. Let me refresh just to make sure everything's updated. Couple of months ago, Bitcoin was at a price of about 20,000, about 21,000 or something. It's at 39,000 and it's still going up. And this is within less than a month. Ethereum it's at 2,106. That's up 3.80%. XRP, for all of you XRP people, it's sitting now. The current time is December 2nd, 12:04 p.m. Hawaii time. XRP sitting at 62 cents. Solana is making a big time break, going up to 63. I remember when Solana was down at $15 a couple, 2, 3, 4 months ago. I might be wrong, but it was really down. But man, this jump is huge. Cardano Army, that Cardano that used to sit at like 28 cents, now is at 40. The Dogecoin Army, this thing used to sit at 6 cents, it's up 8 cents. And then a lot more. Litecoin, guys. Litecoin has been stable on a $70, $70 range. Polygon, man, you've been making big jumps up to 82. The Polkadot guys up to 559. Still far. All these coins are still far from their all-time highs. Shiba Inu still sitting at those 5 zeros and 8, trying to eat up a zero and see where it breaks. And then Cosmos is hella down from its all-time high. Cosmos used to be like in a $30 or $40 average range, but it's now $9.68. But that's where we got with cryptocurrency. For those of you who are into this stuff, if you know, you know. Right there on Coinbase. Now for the final part, we're going to give you some updates on what Wefobz is going through right now. It's the holidays, so a lot of our Wefobz shows are a little delayed in getting out because everybody is preparing for the holiday season. As we said earlier, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's to everybody, the entire Wefobz Nation. Thank you all for tuning in with us. These are the updates we want to give you for what's going on where we're at. Okay. For me, I've been gaming on my end for our Wefobz Nation just to take up the time and give me some creative freedom or creative outlook on what next to pull for all of you all. And I wanted to share with you all the games that I've been gaming on and what's been going on there. If you want to game with me, hit me up. It's guysosmooth. I'm on PlayStation 5. Send me a friend request or a comment. Come on, let's game together. One of the two of my favorite games are having big time makeovers. So before I get into the gaming part, let me give you other updates. We're still working on the Wefobz music section of our website, and that's going to go up to sell some of our Wefobz tunes that you love. Help us support. We're also working on a subscription for all of you loyal Wefobz Nation members who, we're looking for some help with a lot of things that we're pulling out here. And if you're really down with us, it's a very low cost. We're looking at $1.99 to 99 cents a month for a subscription base that may be on YouTube. But if you really do support us, that we're going to release that platform later on where a lot of extra stuff, you get perks for being on our subscription base. That's going to be coming out with Wefobz because we really want to know if you're with us for this journey. Is that something you all will be interested in? I mean, we'd have exclusive content that only you could get a hold of as a subscriber that subscribes to our Wefobz subscription service. And trust me, it's not going to be any kind of stuff that, you'll be like, what? That's not what it's going to be worth it. It's going to be way worth it. We're going to go beyond that 99 cents or $1.99 just for you, Wefobz Nation. Just for you. What else? Updates going to be made to... We're innovating on all our shows. We have those other 2 new shows coming. They should be out soon. If you don't remember, watch our previous podcast from whyuce, from Supernatural-Limits, and from our previous Wefobz episode 1, season 2 podcast. It's all right there, wefobz.io. And like I was saying before, gaming. I'm over on Overwatch 2. Okay? Overwatch 2 is a free-to-play game. I'm not sponsored by them or anything. I'm just telling you it's one of the games that I play for my, let's just say I want to keep my skills, my first-person shooter skills up to par, and I love the way this thing goes. This game is one of my favorite games, and it came out with, a Samoa map and the first Samoan character ever. His name is Moa. He came out on this game. He's going to be released on the new season. You all definitely going to want to check that out with Overwatch 2 if you're into this type of game. It's a futuristic first-person shooter type of game, and it's bomb. Well, that's what I can say. I love it. It's the bomb. It's got Samoa in there. It's got the first Samoan character. What more can I say, man? What more can I say? If you're on there, hit me up. Let's game. Let's game. Let's game. Another one is my favorite game. My favorite game to hate. I've got a hate-love relationship going on with this game. Is Ark Survival. They've come out with Ascended version for PS5. It finally released like 2 days ago, but it's been out for a while on PC. Ark Survival Ascended, and this is the game. Get this right. They've redid the game and made it so that you could use all the PlayStation 5's updated graphics card and power, and it looks beautiful. So this is a game that I love to play. Like I said, I got a love-hate relationship going with it, and I'm looking for players who want to play with me on this game. It's hardcore, but after you get down the mechanics of the game is addicting. So what you do is you survive in this wilderness. You try to tame all these different dinosaurs to help you survive, but at the same time, they're out to kill you. Now, not only are you trying to tame dinosaurs to help you survive and keep from dying, you're also, if you go on the servers, you're going to be fighting against other people and other tribes, whether you become friends with them or you become enemies. Ark Survival Ascended is a remake of Ark Survival Fall. And when I say remake, once again, all the graphics and stuff have been redone to this. I'm looking to I want to see some of you there. If you're all interested, come on, hit me up. Hit us up here at Wefobz. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Any of our social media channels, give us a hit, give us a comment, say, hey, guysosmooth, I want to game with you. If you're a troll gamer, come on now. I only troll people who I know or who I believe are either cheating in games or are just plain up a-holes. Now, if you're one of those, yeah, you and I might not get along. I'm gonna be real with that, because I'm a purist. I love you. Your skills got to be up to par. If it's not up to par, hey, don't worry about it. We can do something about it. We can learn. We can teach. That's what it is right there. All right, as a closing thought, you've all seen the things that we put down right there. We want to thank everybody for tuning into this Wefobz podcast. This has been episode 2 of our 2nd season. Shout out to all of you Wefobz Nation members for tuning in. I think I said that already, but I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Enjoy your time with your family. And if you're feeling the blues, hit us up. Let's talk. We can probably do something. We'll shout you out. We'll give a shout out to whoever, you want us to give a shout out to. Don't feel lonely this holiday season. Don't feel let down. Don't feel blue. This is your life. This is our life together. Let's celebrate. Let's get into the New Year's. Let's make it there. The sun may fall or the sun may go down, but it always rises on the next day. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you once again, Wefobz Nation. This is your boy, Guysosmooth, and we out.
I'm trying to go see different places. Man, I'm so young. Standing on my 10 toes, I stay strong, and so I still move on, no matter what goes on. Because I started from a fireplace. I'm all about the money making. I don't got time for any haters. No, I'm trying to go see different places. Because I started from a fireplace. I'm all about the money making.